making use of your brain, you cannot see it. They come to you, oh, why don't you fight Yoruba? Oh, Yoruba is against Igbo. Igbo is against Yoruba. Fight each other. The same thing they did in the constitution of Biafra land. They told Ogoniman, you're not Igbo. He said, okay, I'm not. Ija, you're not Igbo. No, I'm not. No, you pray you're not Igbo. Some of them, of course, most of them are Igbo, they agree. No, I'm not. And I want to ask you Ogoni people something today. Some of you don't understand the meaning of what is called divide and rule. You know, you read it, oh, divide and rule, they divided us. You don't want to put your brain behind it to understand what it means. You have no idea. When they ganged up with Sarawiwa to say Igbo man is our problem, today all that oil spill in Ogoni land, have they cleaned it up? I'm asking a question. Have they cleaned the oil in your land? Igbo man is your problem, yes? Have they cleaned the oil spill in your land? You are begging them to clean the mess that they made. How many of you own oil wells from Ogoni land? Igbo man is your problem. They want to come, they want to use Biafra to deceive us, to take our land, to dominate us. All of you crying about Niger Delta marginalization, all these years that you have nothing to do with an Igbo man. Have you survived? Have you survived? I'm asking you. Have you survived?
Buhari declared second civil war against Igbos by arresting Nnamdi Kanu. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has accused former President Muhammadu Buhari of launching a second civil war against the Igbo people through Kanu's arrest and prolonged detention. In a post on his verified X formerly Twitter account on Wednesday, Ejimakor argued that Buhari's administration's rhetoric and actions amounted to a deliberate campaign of hostility towards the Southeast. He pointed specifically to Buhari's infamous remark about teaching the Igbos, in the language they understand, claiming that this along with the crackdown on Kanu, constituted a direct and sustained act of aggression against the region. Ejimakor stated that, due to Buhari's actions, Kanu should be considered a prisoner of war, not a criminal. When Buhari threatened to teach Ndigbo the language they understand, it was a declaration of a second war on Ndigbo, Ejimakor wrote. The crowning glory was the capture of Matsi Nnamdi Kanu, seen by Buhari as the numero uno of Igbo leadership. Thus, Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of war, not a felon. Ejimakor's comment referenced a controversial statement made by then-President Buhari during a 2021 interview, in which he vowed to deal with secessionist agitators, particularly IPOB, in the language they understand. Buhari's remark was widely condemned as inflammatory, particularly in the context of Nigeria's civil war history. Kanu, leader of the separatist IPOB movement, was kidnapped under disputed circumstances in June 2021 in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria to face charges including treasonable felony. The kidnapping of Kanu sparked international outrage, with questions raised over its legality and possible human rights violations. Kanu has since remained in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, despite multiple court rulings ordering his release. His prolonged detention has continued to stoke tensions in the southeast, where many regard him as a symbol of resistance and self-determination. Ejimakor has consistently argued that Kanu's rendition and detention violate international law and the rights of indigenous peoples under global charters. The Nigerian government has maintained that Kanu must face justice, insisting that the activities of the IPOB have contributed to unrest and violence in the region. With growing calls for Kanu's release and ongoing security challenges in the southeast, the issue remains a flashpoint in Nigeria's complex ethnopolitical landscape. The Nigerian Civil War, also known as the Biafran War, occurred between July 6, 1967, and January 15, 1970. It was a conflict between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the secessionist state of Biafra, which had declared independence under Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. The war stemmed from deep-rooted political, ethnic, cultural, and religious tensions that had existed since Nigeria's independence in 1960. Biafra faced economic blockades, leading to widespread famine that reportedly claimed the lives of over 2 million civilians. After years of intense fighting, Biafra surrendered on January 15, 1970, and was reintegrated into Nigeria. Stay tuned for more updates, stay safe and have a blessed day.